So how can you tell me that INEC cannot conduct election and transmit result electronically when the same thing is done in the banking sector? The National Assembly has no business in conducting election and announcing result. The NCC, headed by an appointee of Mr. President, they have no business in announcing result. Our Constitution empowers, enables, and mandated the INEC to conduct election and announce result. So if the Nigerian legislature, if those in the position of authority today are not interested in free, fair, and credible election, then they are simply worsening the situation of the country and pushing us close to the precipice.
All right. And what's your position on zoning of presidency for 2023?
Well, zoning the presidency is a political party affair as long as it is not in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But it is important and necessary for peace and stability that all the geopolitical zones in the regions that have not been able to produce the president should be given the opportunity to produce the president. But the point is that if you are in politics, you know that this is done by consensus, by understanding, by consultations, and not by threats. Nigeria is about north and south, and we have gone through challenges from the struggle for independence to the brutal assassination of our leaders, to civil war, to coup d'etat. At least we have had enough experience of tragedy, and the need to preserve this union is good. But let there be justice, let there be fair play, and let every Nigerian be given a sense of belonging. You can see, it does not mean when the presidency goes to your part of the country, all your problems are solved. The Southwest have been in power 1999 to 2007. And then they have a vice president who is also there for 8 years. Has all their problems been solved? No. The North has produced Umaru Musa Yar'Adua and Buhari now. In fact, we are worse than how it is. And Jonathan has not been able to solve the problem of Niger Delta. So I think at the situation in the country today, all parts of the country have good leaders that can steer the ship of Nigeria. But we shouldn't allow this country to go into flames because of sitting, ignored injustices that have not been addressed.
So corruption has actually been a serious problem here. And you've mentioned the phrase and catchphrase, deodorant and insecticide. From your assessment of what's been going on, is it more deodorant or more insecticide?
You see, the irony is that when you are coming into the position of authority, you will be judged by what you say and what you uttered and what you voiced out as an opposition. Those that are in the position of authority today have said so many things about those that were there yesterday. They have criminalized them, they have indicted them, they have painted them black, and now when it is their time, they also find themselves doing the very same thing they were accusing the others for. If it is corruption in the past, it is also in the present. If it is people buying multi-billion-dollar houses abroad, in the past, it has also been done here. If it is about nepotism and self-enrichment, it is also happening here. So we will not know the level of corruption in this country for today until when the government is over. When you have a new government in place, all that has been hidden, all that has been buried, all that has been covered will be uncovered.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. In the North, we are facing a serious problem of violence and bloodshed perpetrated by bandits and terrorists. And there is also separatist killings and targeted assassination in the southeastern part of Nigeria. So at a time like this, it is important that the people of the country unite and confront a common danger that is threatening to wipe us up as a people. And I believe the first thing that is necessary is for those in the position of government to to open their ears and hearts and listen to wise counsel that will bring an end to these senseless killings in this country. We are almost about 16 years of our flag independence, and it is unfortunate that crises that ought to have been addressed decades ago are now rearing its heads and threatening our existence. So if those in the position of power don't do what is right, it's going to be too late for Nigeria. And this is the only country we have, but it must work. And the only way it will work is for the government to ensure that, first of all, it obeys the rule of law. Secondly, it addresses the killings and the violence going on in part of the country, because no matter how many rail lines, length rail lines you construct, and roads and houses, if people are being slaughtered like chickens in this country, it amounts to nothing. So Nigeria is now exhibiting symptoms of a failing state, because from the part of the country I come from, our government, bandits and terrorists have become a state within a state. They are not only kidnapping and collecting ransom, but they are imposing levies, fines and taxes on villagers and collecting money. So we have parts of our country that is controlled by outlaws and parts that is controlled by government. And you can't call yourself a responsible administration if you leave your people to the mercy of these mass murderers.
All right, sir. You are a major stakeholder in the project in this country. At least we know the role you play in getting us back to the present democracy. Do you subscribe to the opinion or the view that our constitution has enough provision to, cater for the numerous challenges the country is facing?
Well, there is nothing wrong with Nigeria's constitution, and if you publish or draft 1 million constitutions for Nigeria, as long as you have this kind of characters in position of authority, there will still be problems. Constitutional monarchy is working in Britain, even in Saudi Arabia. Parliamentary democracy is working in other countries. Presidential democracy is working in other countries. But we have tried so many here and it's still not working. Take, for example, this issue of electronic transmission of result. I said it time and again, this is a country that has over 112 active bank accounts. And our banking system has been able to accommodate that without 1 degree of fault.